Good morning, 22nd November. Hope this video finds you well. This is going to be more about the UK. Couple of things I want to say. Okay, so Ulez, somebody sent me ages ago a message on my channel and they said, look up a YouTuber, I drive cars. Something about taking people to court for Ulez. Couldn't find it, so I didn't watch it, but it doesn't really matter. I have a sun come out for that, so I think that's the future. I don't foresee that being a thing in the future. Ulez, and what I actually had earlier, when I looked at it, I had Death and the World. Now I have the Sun. I looked at it earlier, I mean as in this morning. So it feels like this is just a struggle at the moment. And I also had Stress Justice. So taking people to court is causing an awful lot of stress. But this was like, there's going to be, maybe it's going to be pulled back because this is looking at something in a new way. So not the ordinary way. Yeah, it's actually causing a lot of heartbreak. Unless that's heartbreak to do with the future, it falls. Wisdom. I wonder if things stop and with the Death card and the World, it completely changes. Yeah, this is more positive. So going in a different direction could be energy-wise as well. I have a celebration. A lot of cards falling out. Right. The World and Death tells me we won't be paying it in the future. But you need patience. Okay, so it's going to take time to see things, be enlightened and see it from a different perspective. So it may be uncomfortable for now. It's just kind of pending. So you're just going to have to just let that go for now. I think in the future that will change. I just had a Tower card as well for, that situation. I think it's all going to fall. I think the whole thing is going to fall. I don't know why I have past lives. Gets to what's holding you back. I just wonder if it all clears and changes and London just becomes a different place. I think it probably will. I think it's going to take a Tower moment for London to change. Partnership. Oh, so we might have like a new foundation. It feels a bit too good to be true though, isn't it really? I've got development and I've got calm. Calm says it all to me. Hopefully that will be when silence happens and we can rebuild a new structure. But it feels a bit too good to be true right now, doesn't it? It feels like that's a long way away. I want to tell you I had a dream about Boris. Okay, it was quite interesting because I had a dream that my daughter met him and she doesn't believe what we believe. And she said to me, gosh, he looks about age 35. He was really young. And she said, even he doesn't look the same person. I was thinking, maybe that's like people are starting to see or will see that people aren't the same people. And they're going to twig, whereas at the moment they're not. I wondered. And as I was shuffling, I wasn't really going to do the reading, but as I was shuffling, I got focus card, which says you need a clear direction. Okay, positive, and then I got security, which is choose the safe harbour for now. So you can see, I think actually, people will start to see what's actually going on. I think that's what my dream was about, but I feel like they need a direction. They need to keep going in this direction first. And that's why I had choose the safe harbour for now. Okay, I thought I'd share that because I thought it was quite fascinating. I also had for the Sun outcome. It's quite strange. I found that I actually did have Temperance for the police. I did a reading on it. I think it's on Rumble. And now I've had the Sun. So I think that's going to be transformed. It's how, I don't know. Keir, Starmer, I had Judgment Day and the Fall. So I have said right from the start, the first time they got in, I got Judgment Day. Hermit, disclosures, knowledge. And I just think it's all leading up to this. And somebody said to me the other day, there's no way he's going to step down, blah, 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 blah. But even the newspapers are alluding to it. They're saying, will he step down before Christmas? will he step down here? That why are they alluding to it? You know, because it's building up. You know it. Yeah, so this is speeding up, moving things into a more positive direction. But a lot of emphasis on it. This is Parliament. So a lot of emphasis on Parliament. Okay, whether it's working together, getting results. Okay, so have I covered everything? Let me see. That's where I'm at so far. Okay, so basically, you know, are they going to push him out before Christmas? I don't mean it like that, but like they're saying it. Okay, are they going to push him out? Same card as what I keep getting. 2 major cards. Hermit. Disclosures. Now, it's interesting. I wonder what's going to happen. I don't have push him out, but I definitely think that there'll be a lot of focus on this now. That's the direction it's going in. So let's just see what unfolds. Those 2 cards have just flipped. So I feel like he's standing his ground, but they want him out. This is rejection. So, but he's struggling to hold on, and I think that's all we need to know now. I don't know if it links into my next one, my last one. Carol McGiffin, as this is a UK video, you'll know her, but if you're not from the UK and you're watching it, I'll just quickly tell you, she is a TV presenter, but she's been kind of pushed off her talk show because they don't like her views. And basically, it was a really interesting video. Go and watch it. It's on my community page. And basically, she was talking all about the sword. She was talking about... But it's interesting that she could say it so openly and call them what they are and all stuff like that, and the lockdowns. And I can't say anything. When I spoke about those swords, I got a strike. And it was only a few months ago. Got my last channel taken down. But anyway, they talk about it openly. And she thinks the way we think. So she's very intuitive, you can tell. She sees through it. And so that's why it was so interesting. And also someone on TV that was quite her, you know, she had a good position on TV, that she's prepared to stand out and not get work to speak her mind. And they don't like that, you see. So you lose your career in a way. Unfortunately, it's a terrible position we live in. But she was saying she thinks it's to do with the government and stuff like that, you know, and they're all towing the line because of that. I just foresee television just completely changing in the future. It just doesn't work. It's too controlled. You know, can't say this, can't say that, can't have opinion. Anyway, but then, so it's well worth a watch. Go watch it, because it's so refreshing to see somebody stand up and fight for freedom and not follow the herd. I actually admire people like that. I always liked her on Loose Women. Now I know why. When I watched it years ago. So then she talks about immigration, and she says what we all think. Because she said, where are the women and where are the children? Now, my friend sent me a video yesterday of some people from the UK going over to France. First of all, there was different groups of people. The first group of people were disabling the engines they find in the sand dunes that they drop to bring people over on the boats. And then the other video was a group of people going over there and videoing and showing you exactly what's going on. And these people just jumping on the boats just come back and forward. France don't stop them. And honestly, and it's like, off you go. It's very different for me seeing it in the newspaper to seeing it on a video. And when I watch this video, I can't find it, but I think you might be able to find it because it was on Facebook feed yesterday. It was on Facebook feed, and it came up. The newspapers had picked up the video, and so now it's kind of gone viral. But basically, on this boat, I kid you not, it was all men. Wasn't a single woman or a single child. That's odd to me. That's all I'll say about that. Ages ago, I read about this situation and I had quite positive cards. But I believe there's 2 things going on. I believe there were military men coming over, which I think was positive, which everybody thought they were coming over here to fight, you see. So I don't think that, if it was, I think good sort of military people came over. from different places around the world, because I didn't have any cards to allude to that. So I think there are two different things going on. But this situation feels like just it's got out of control. Like France are not stopping it. The UK aren't really stopping it. It looks like it's just... And yeah, I mean, it's terrible, really, because, you know, despite what you think about the situation, they're still taking enormous risks to get over here. Why the UK? Carol McGiffin says it as well, you know, but France don't want the problem. So this could be what finally everyone says, we've had enough, Labour government, do something about it. You know, and I suppose, what can I ask? I don't know why there aren't women and children. That's a puzzle for me. What can I ask? Okay, I'm going to ask, will this situation end? Does it end in Nesara, Gesara? Does it end in Labour stepping down? What's the future of this situation? Does it resolve itself? Does it sort itself out? Where are we going with this? Why are the governments not doing anything? Why is France not doing anything, kind of thing? Okay, so I'm just going to look on it randomly and just see what I get. What's the future? I've already got a card flipped. I asked about the future. Now, that would be a new beginning, and that would be help. And that would be a gift of money. I've always thought probably it will only change with Nesara Gesara. And it may not be called that, by the way. So this is different countries. That is a cultural card. That is a structure. So where does it end? How does it end? How does it change? This one. So, yeah, I kind of would love to know why it all started, but I think we all know why. If you've heard of certain things on the internet. Okay, so where is it going? Hangman. Is it that people are getting to see this now? See, this is like Enlightenment. Okay, people are getting to see it. Hermit. People are getting sort of wiser. They're getting the knowledge that they didn't really have maybe before. Excuse me. It could also be that people are running out of patience. Maybe it's for us to see a different perspective. If this is people travelling, it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But this shows us what's going on that we didn't see before. This is all about knowledge and wisdom and seeing things from a different perspective. Is it us to look at our government? Or is something coming in? Some knowledge. Yes, also, I wonder. Yeah, I think it's two things. I always feel like this with my cards. I feel like this is them coming over and it's been really difficult, okay? But there's an offer, maybe presented a situation to maybe come over. I don't know why I would have the Page of Swords there. But I feel like that could just be the past, okay? An offer, maybe, of hardship, but to come over. Or it could even be like France is not even paying any attention. But this also, to me, could be how difficult it's been, how difficult it is. Something will be presented in the word of an announcement or like a message, a spoken word. I feel like it could be an announcement and it's like, wait until that time. Because this is this is going to be very knowledgeable. And he's a seeker on a quest. Okay? So he brings knowledge and guidance. Follow me on this path of great wisdom. I know what I'm thinking already. I knew it. I believe this will not change. I don't know what it's got to do with the government, but I feel like it's bigger than the government. I feel like it's beyond the government, okay? I don't know what happens with the government, but they're not looking at it anyway. So I don't think they're going to ever resolve anything. I feel, okay... Also, I will actually say about this, I think that there's maybe spoken word about, you know, come to this country, prosperity, comfort, you'll be more comfortable here. However, I genuinely think this is some kind of like Nesara, Gesara, because the Temperance is a very, very big card. It's all about healing and renewal, and there's sunshine over into the mountains, and she has money and she's more comfortable. I think there'll be a message that will be healing, bring healing and peace, and it may be money. To me that just feels like it's Nesara. I feel like it will tip, okay? I feel like this has been a very difficult situation, okay? And this could be about power, and I feel the power. Look at the boats, the power of the boats. The power of the boats, look at the boats, the power. I wonder if it's power to stop the boats. This is the only... I think the only way for this to change is putting the focuses on a new beginning and help, okay? And that stops people coming over. I think this comes after. I feel like our environment our structure is going to collapse. And I think only after that, which I've always felt and always said, will that change. I genuinely think this is about some kind of Nesara, Gesara. Right, what do I have? That's what I think. Forgiveness and generosity. I think it says generosity. I haven't got my glasses on. Yes, it does. And forgiveness. Generosity. I told you. They can't turn it around any other way. They just can't. You know, these people are in poverty. If you make the world a better place and more affluent, people don't need to travel to different lands. And give, obviously, world peace at the same time. What do I have here? Creativity, sunstone, something very positive, I feel. Leadership and strength. Creative expression. So it's a creative idea that changes everything. Creative. Oh, and that will create calmness and enlightenment, which is what I had. Hangman. That's very interesting. I think it's a bit of a way off, though. And that will bring calmness to everybody. Everyone will be happy. Everybody will be happy. It's like a win-win. So when they say Nesara, Gesara doesn't exist, I think it does. I think it does. Maybe not in the same words, but I think the idea works. I think it is the only solution to bring world peace, to bring peace and harmony to everyone. Is that right? Because everybody wins. Well, I have one card. I have two cards, and I have three. What do I have on the bottom? Ha-ha! Yeah! Breakthrough. Celebration. So exactly, look. People going, okay, waiting, calm, peace, weighing up an option, and then celebration. It's a win-win. So it looks like if that exists, that's a win. That's a winner for everyone. It's a kindness, a gesture of kindness. There you go. Gonna leave it there. There's not much more I can say on that, but, you know, hope that helps. Have a great day.